One thing I wanted to chat with a little bit today in the news. Oh, did you see I don't have it brought up here, but there was a kind of a study done against. They were posing the question to bots, what would be your preferred money?
I saw that. Yeah.
And the Bitcoin came up as the most preferred money. Now,
Naturally.
you could say that the study was a bit biased. If you look at who was doing the study, they definitely would have liked to see that outcome. So, but I think it's probably there's some good kind of tidbits in there about why. I mean, no KYC, no need to identify yourself, right? Agents can spin up wallets these days.
Permissionless.
Yeah, permissionlessly. I saw Roland over that Albie put out a little piece about he had an agent that spawned another agent. So agents can spawn other agents and pay for and this was involved things like he gave it a wallet, a Lightning wallet. It found a virtual private server, cloud service that would take Bitcoin. It chose a virtual machine, paid for it, got it spun up, and then installed OpenClaw and copied its own configuration into it. Effectively spawned a child bot, right?
Crazy times.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy. So anyway, when bots can spawn other bots at will, it makes you kind of wonder. It's like, how do you know? And when you set these things up, that you set up often a communication channel to talk to it, and there's a bunch of ways to do it. I'm going to go to a workshop tomorrow for OpenClaw here in Atlanta. We've got a really active community, and the organizers put together this workshop for building your own OpenClaw agent.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm going to go do this, but they were recommending you get a Mac Mini. Everybody wants to do this, so the Mac Minis are very expensive and hard to get a hold of right now. And I don't want to buy one, but I've been working with Start9, and I had bought an Intel box, a little square server. It was like $400 or something. And I've been running Start9 on it, and I realized Start9 had the OpenClaw already packaged. So I've been running OpenClaw on my Start9, but I haven't configured it that much. So, but I'm actually communicating it. I hooked it up through Telegram. Oh, sorry.
Now this.
So actually, I have.
Where now are you? This though, OpenClaw. Is this the AI that you have to give access to your whole computer?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's one of the interesting things about running it on Start9 is that Start9 makes every process, every package that you install is in its own container. So in a way, by running it on Start9, I kind of isolate it more so than I normally. Then you get that kind of by default. Yes, the recommended way to install it is to just set up a machine that is not purposed for anything else, and then installing the software and letting it have full reign of the machine. So I did give it access to perform certain system level commands, but not like full reign of the machine. So one of the things I did though is I created a Telegram channel. So I gave it a name, Gertie. Now, does that ring a bell, Gertie?
No.
Did you ever see an independent film called Moon?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. Moon movie robot. It's an independent film where this actor Sam Rockwell, he's like running a moon base. He's kind of the only human up there, but he's got this robot that helps him out called Gertie.
Okay.
And it's really simplistic looking. It looks like this. it kind of runs around on a track, and it has these smiley faces. So here it is right here. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay. Yeah.
It kind of like is hanging from the ceiling, and it's let me see if I can get to a frame.
Looks like some sort of X-ray machine or something.
Yeah, it kind of does. Let me see if it'll show the front of it. Oh, come on. Anyway. Oh, here.
There we go.
There. So it's now this movie was in 2009. So this is before AI chatbots, right? But anyway, it's this, it's got a camera, and it kind of is on this track in the ceiling. So it can kind of move around the moon base, but it's got this very simplistic like face, like emoji. It has like a very few emojis. It just like, it'll switch it to like a sad emoji or a curious emoji, but that's about it. It's very limited. So anyway, I chose my, my OpenClaw robot agent to be called Gertie.
Now, what does that bot do? So this bot right here runs on your little
it's running on my Start 9. Yeah. So I was asking it about scrapping precious metal for a potential project.
And how'd you get it connected to Telegram? Can't you just talk to it straight to the server? You just log into the server?
Yeah, you can. I could do it quick. So, but that doesn't help you, like if you're out like and about. So let me run this. So here it is in the chat. So it's got like a chat interface, like kind of Chat GPT that you can through a web browser. But I don't know, say hello.
So what makes this OpenClaw bot better than maybe Grok or Chat GPT?
It's designed to stay running. It's designed more for longer types of tasks, right? And to be more of like an assistant.
Ooh,
where you stay running, and then you keep going longer and longer. So you could say, oh, go do some stuff for me, and then come back when you're done. Like, write a program that creates a namespace anchored in Bitcoin. Call it closets or something, and then and then maybe it'll do it, maybe it won't. But it interacts with all the other language models and stuff. So, but anyway, that's one of the things I'm working on. This next thing that I'm going to be working on, I host our Noster meetups, which is on the third Wednesday of the month. So if anyone's in Atlanta area and you're hearing this, and you're around on third Wednesdays of the month, come out to the Atlanta Bit Dev. It's a co-working space in Atlanta. But I was thinking about this topic and about how do you distinguish what's a bot and what's not. And so we're going to be discussing the challenge of determining if entities we're interacting with are real human or AI agents. So, and I say best bring your old school thinking. And the reason I said that was because I was kind of doing a little exploratory questioning on ChatGPT to see like how could we do this? What sort of ways could we either, I think like CAPTCHAs are kind of what's commonly used, right? Like you got to do this like little, put the puzzle piece in, or you got to like, click on the traffic lights, or, a lot of it's human pattern recognition, like things that are very kind of right on the edge. Like, I've seen ones now that's like, point to the pictures of entities with legs. So if you kind of are vague in what you're asking for, but a human would pick it up, but an agent wouldn't necessarily know that much. Anyway, So I was kind of prompting it, saying before the age of computers and electronic communication, I had the secret groups and enroll new members, and how do they confirm membership into the secretive group? So I was thinking, it's like, this is problems existed for ages, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like, how do you have like an exclusive group, and how do you identify people that are part of the group versus people that are not part of the group? And how do you, if you want to bring someone into the group, what's the process that you typically do? And, things like secret handshakes, secret code words are some of the things that you would think of. So like, what could we do? And one of the things, that in the computer realm, it's like, it's all so instant, right? You make API calls, it's very quick. So like if you solicit a response from the other side, and if you could see how fast they were typing, you might say, well, a human takes time to compose a response, whereas a bot typically is very quick to respond. Does that really tell you that that person's a bot or not a bot? So anyway, I was just I'll just scroll through some of this. So some of the sort of things that have been done in the past, like someone has to sponsor you. You can't just like join a group. Freemasons required applicants to be recommended by other members. So you got to, of course, bootstrap your secret group. But then you have to vet them, and you might have to give them like certain tasks, like go here and do this. You might, some traditional universities and certain trade guilds were very secretive about how they did their stuff and their membership. And so how do you confirm like certain oaths and rituals? Yeah, these don't really apply so much, but this is more what I was getting into, like passwords, hand signs, handshakes, certain secret things, certain like, phrases and stuff. And think back to like the time of like spycraft, right? Back in like World War II, it's like, the rain in Spain, or how's the weather in Madagascar today? It's like, oh, it's cloudy with a chance of, pinnacle or something, something that somebody like overhearing you might not get clued into. So I was just kind of going through this, kind of remembering like how some of this stuff was typically used, in the past. And is there any way to kind of apply some of these things? Because these are kind of tried and tested, right? Ways of doing this. How do you kind of apply this to the modern problem?
Yeah, but a lot of these are in the physical realm.
Well, exactly. So like, obviously a bot's not going to be able to do things in the physical realm, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet at some point you want the proof that you are a human to be represented electronically, right? Like, you're in a different city than I am. I mean, we're talking, we see each other's face. I mean, AI is getting pretty good. You could have started up an AI to have this conversation with me and then gone and got a sandwich, and I wouldn't know the difference maybe, right? So it's really getting that good at faking things. So what things could you do? Well, an AI is not going to be able to give a blood test, leave a fingerprint, but those things you need to be physically present to kind of convey, right? So anyway, I was just kind of like going through these things, like some of the things like humans versus AI agents. So, deep fake audio video. We've heard of, people like grandma gets a call like, hey, it's grandson, I'm like, it's a voice that sounds just like their grandson. I'm in trouble. Can you please send me some money to get my car fixed? I'm on a road trip, blah, blah, blah. So, anyway, things like a gait recognition. I mean, there's so many things these days. But then it gets into these human things like AI systems struggle with rapid and unpredictable context switching. Like humans do better at that. Deep autobiographical recall. So like, who was your favorite friend when you were in fourth grade? Like you'd be able to tell me that,
Right.
but an agent or a bot wouldn't necessarily be able to, hold up under like long investigations.